सदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्र परित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्ड खण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि सर्वराजाय गन्धाय सर्वगानश्रवणप्रणयिने गाढानुरागाय ग्रन्थाय गीताय ग्रन्थार्थतत्त्वविदे गुणवते गणपतये ग्रन्थगीताय ग्रन्थगेयाय ग्रन्थान्तरात्मने गीतलीनाय गीताश्रयाय गीतवाद्यपटवे गेयचरिताय गायकवराय गन्धर्वप्रियकृते गायकाधीन विग्रहाय गङ्गाजलप्रणयवते गौरीस्तनन्दनाय गौरीहृदयनन्दनाय गौरभानुसुताय गौरी गणेश्वराय गौरीप्रणयाय गौरीप्रवणाय गौरभावाय धीमहि गोसहस्राय गोवर्धनाय गोपगोपाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by our esteemed chairman. May I request you all to give our beloved chairman a very, very warm welcome.
For the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. 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 Stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up.
Vanakkam, Vandanam, Namaskar. Hello and good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome on this auspicious day of Ganesh Chaturthi. We gather here to celebrate the divine blessings of Lord Ganesha and the incredible journey of Apollo Hospitals. It is my privilege to welcome you all here on this truly special occasion as we celebrate the beginning of a remarkable 40-year celebration of Apollo's inception. Over these 4 decades, Apollo Hospitals has been a trailblazer pioneering healthcare excellence in India and beyond. With unwavering dedication, Apollo has grown into a beacon of hope and healing, earning the trust of more than 200 million patients and their families. Today, we come together to not just commemorate our achievements, but to reaffirm our commitment to delivering world-class healthcare and making India's healthcare industry among the best globally. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sahitya Jagannathan, and it's an absolute privilege to be back here today. To begin with, can I request you all to please put your hands together as we celebrate Apollo's 40 years of extraordinary healthcare innovation, service, and compassion. Thank you. Our journey has seen us grow stronger, surmounting challenges to deliver healthcare, and more importantly, come into work every day to save lives. Today, we celebrate the pioneering spirit of dedication, excellence, intelligence, care, and cure ignited 40 years ago by the pioneer of modern Indian healthcare. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a very, very warm welcome to our beloved chairman, Dr. Pratap C. Reddy. Welcome, sir. So on behalf of everyone who's gathered here today, happy 40th anniversary and happy Ganesh Chaturthi to you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as much as I've thoroughly enjoyed my time here welcoming you all, it's only fair that I welcome our Joint Managing Director, Ms. Sangeeta Reddy, to please present the welcome address. Ma'am, if you please.
Dear members of the Apollo family, Namaste, a very, very good morning, and an even more special and wonderful happy anniversary. It is customary at anniversaries to say 40 years have flown by. And that's what people normally do, you know, in a flash of a second. I remember the day I walked in the first time. I remember Gyani Zail Singh standing right here as he cut the ribbon. But also, 40 years, I understand, has been a story of long hours in surgery for our doctors, long nights holding a patient's hands in the ICU, long waits for our chairman, for the rest of the world to realize his vision, and for ministers. And yet the power of the vision, the passion to serve people, and the commitment, the strength, and the skill of every single one of you have made this an organization, a dream come true, and a living partner to millions of people towards their health and their happiness. And so with humility, I have and with grateful thanks, I have this opportunity to truly welcome every single one of you to this special day, to this special moment in this powerful center of healing, because it is here that it all began. It is from this beautiful place, which I often call the fountainhead, that the hospitals have grown in numbers to over 73, that the beds have grown to over 12,000, that the connectivity through the pharmacies is over 5,400, the clinics, 24/7 and the reach out, the telemedicine, and more things that we want to do. So to every single team member, starting with our chairman, the spirit behind all of us, Mrs. Chairman, every doctor, nurse here, and many wonderful guests and partners, some who are here today, and we welcome you, and some who will join or who are wishing us silently from their places. Every single one of us have got thousands of messages this morning from different people wishing this organization the best. And so I will not go through everything that we have done, but I welcome every single one of you who have done it, whether you're here in this room or somewhere across the world and somewhere across India, wishing this organization the best. The theme, which is going to be unveiled over the course of the year, and this is just the beginning, is a continuation of how Chairman started 40 years ago, and that is to give good health. And it is fountained on the deep premise that it is our team, it is technology, but most importantly, it is patient centricity. So we recommit ourselves to use every capability possible in the world to give our patients the best. AI, CRISPR, an ability for connectivity beyond, and every biosciences, bioelectrical, we will continue to innovate and bring that together. And as I welcome all of you here today, I want to end by saying that the journey continues. And as it continues, this is the first time in 40 years that our anniversary has fallen on the auspicious day of Vinayaka Chaturthi. And so Vakratunda Mahakaya, Surya Koti Samaprada, Nirvignam Kurume Deva, Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada. Everything that you do and think of for the sake of the patient with Chairman's vision and passion, let every single one of these, the obstacles be removed and you be successful because your journey of patient care is pure and very special. Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada. Namaste.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so very much for beautifully elaborating on the theme for this year. And now that ma'am has launched the theme for this year, can we have the AV, please? Ladies and gentlemen, today is Ganesh Chaturthi after all, and it's customary for us to begin with an invocation song. May I please request you all to join me in giving a very warm welcome to Dr. Sundar Rajan as he presents the prayer song. Welcome, Doctor.
महागणपतिं महागणपतिं श्रीमहागणपतिं 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 मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिं महादेवसुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मारकोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मारकोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिम् Normally, you don't expect an applause for an invocation song. Anyway, thank you. I will accept that. Thank you. I will accept that as blessings from Dar Vinayaga.
Thank you, Doctor. We often say that all healthcare professionals have God's healing touch, but sir, you seem to be blessed by the divine when it comes to your voice as well. Thank you for that wonderful, heartwarming performance for us to begin this morning. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after that very auspicious rendition, it's only fair that we begin with the lamp lighting ceremony. May I please invite our beloved chairman, Mrs. Chairman, leadership members, senior doctors to please join us for the lamp lighting ceremony. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Like Sangeeta ma'am mentioned earlier, it's taken 40 years for the stars to align, for Ganesh Chaturthi and our anniversary to be on the same day. May I please invite Chairman, Mrs. Chairman, the leadership team to please proceed with the cake cutting ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, we're commemorating 40 years of healthcare excellence, 40 years of helping everyone to live their best life. Ladies and gentlemen, can I request you all to put your hands together for a warm round of applause as we celebrate 40 glorious years of service, 40 years of healthcare excellence, 40 years of one man's vision coming to life, and 40 years of each and every one of you coming into work every day. We celebrate these 4 decades as we look to the future, as always, here at Apollo. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Thank you to our beloved Chairman, Mrs. Chairman. Thank you to our distinguished guests, leadership members. Thank you once again. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's enjoy a special rendition of the Apollo anthem, of course, as always, by our very talented nursing students.
Life's a journey on this road. We never know what lies ahead. Yes, we want the future to be free from anxiety.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. As always, it's so nice to see how everyone always joins in. Thank you to all of our nursing students. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a special address, followed by the launch of the Heritage Wall showcasing Apollo's pioneering journey of 40 years. To be specific, this is a wall that's going to be updated with time. We begin with phase 1, the birthplace of Apollo. So please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Ms. Shobana Kamineni. Welcome, ma'am.
Happy anniversary, everyone. To those in the room and everywhere around the world watching us, because Apollo is everywhere. And I think 40 years has been a long time, and Chairman has made that happen. That today, anywhere around the world, Chairman, if you say the word Apollo, they know that it's synonymous with health. And I hope that we'll keep doing that, that we'll keep fulfilling that mission. But I did wonder why Kiran called me and asked me to do this heritage wall, this thing. Then I realized in the hierarchy of your employees, I'm the oldest living one. Number 1 and 2 are not there. So, Mr. Chako, Mr. Natarajan, so now it's me. So I am the oldest living, and I never thought that would happen with this. But here it is. I'm actually so proud to have been part of this. And I think that's the first thing that I want to share, that Chairman is the first one who acknowledges that this is not something that he built, it's something we built with this. And that's the team that went with him. The 40 years was not just a struggle of what he did and what he believed in, but it was just the people that shoulder to shoulder worked in every single department and made this happen. When I would sit here as an empty, as a big hole in the ground, I would think it would be Deena's stories that bring this together, that Dr. Ashok Parameshwaran and Sarojini, who were designing the labs, Dr. Ramamani, Dr. Satyamurthy, who's not here, Swarna Kumari, all these people and so many more, that people that believed in Dr. P.K. Reddy, Dr. Joseph Thatch, people who came, and Chairman who joined you, because one thing that he did is that he empowered people, not just his daughters, his family, but everyone that became part of his family. That implicitly came with 2 things that he gave. And that's what this heritage wall is about. It's about the responsibility he gave us, and it's about the empowerment. And that came from a place because he believed in us. Chairman is the biggest believer in human power, from what you can do, that you can always be better than yourself. And I think the heritage wall really talks about that. That heritage wall is your story. And I hope that all of you, wherever you are, wherever you're listening, it becomes live only when, it's stories that make history. So please send in your stories and we will populate every single one of them. We need to hear your stories because that's what weaves the whole fabric of Apollo together. And I think that's the institutional memory that we should not forget. And the second point I think that flows from that I want to talk to you about is, why do we need these stories? The stories are really important. When Chairman lost that patient, it was not about that point, but it was the catalyst that triggered a whole entire action of healthcare that happened. When Chairman told us in the pharmacy, I do not want you to give any expired medicine, or make sure that you respect what a doctor does, don't substitute. That all came from an institutional memory of ensuring quality. So every single thing, every single quality parameter, it's JCI just puts it on paper, but it's the institutionalization of that Apollo has done that deserves this heritage wall. So please remember that it is this, every action that you can think of that has made Apollo a legend and what it is today and what has differentiated it from everything else. And I just want to close by saying that history should never stop. It'll continue, and it'll take the shape of so many more people who will join this journey and will keep it going. And I think that what Chairman, as a true institutional builder, has done is to make sure in his empowerment that he has many, many young legs to run this marathon. And that's very important for us, because it's the people, and then you will again be empowered with vision, and then you'll be enabled with the ability to make it happen. How do we make this environment, this challenging environment of India, how do we take on these magnificent challenges and make it happen? It's because the very first patient that came into Apollo was a desperate one looking for human life. And I think those are the stories that will make sure that whatever we do next, whether it's AI or it's 247 or it's anything that we put out, it will always be to define what we can do better for the patient. And there are many, many people in India that need more Apollos, and Chairman understands that, and he will not rest till every single one of us in this heritage wall, commits to this. So let's use 40 years to recommit, walk through the heritage wall, add your stories, and let's see what more we can do. And Vinayaka is there, great day for it to happen. May all our obstacles now just become opportunities for a greater future. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for those lovely words. I'm sure you've inspired everyone here to not just rest on the laurels of the last 40 years, but to look forward to having their name and their achievements up on the heritage wall. I also love the fact that you said, thanks to Lord Vinayaka, we now turn obstacles into opportunities. I think that is something I will take home today. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Celebrating 4 decades of excellence, ladies and gentlemen. So today, it is an absolute pleasure that we unveil a special commemorative stamp on this 40th anniversary of Apollo Hospitals. This stamp not only represents the 4 decades of unwavering dedication and excellence, but also symbolizes our commitment to the future. Just as the Apollo missions inspired generations to reach for the stars, I think the Apollo Hospital story continues to inspire hope, healing, and innovation in the realm of healthcare. Ladies and gentlemen, for many of us in this country, our beloved chairman's story has inspired many to join the healthcare industry. But for many of us here, we have with us the wind beneath the chairman's wings, the strong roots and foundation of the Apollo family, a woman who is the epitome of the supportive Indian woman. She's an incredible mother, an amazing grandmother, I'm told, but more importantly, she's the grand matriarch of the Apollo family. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Mrs. Chairman as we invite her on stage. Mrs. Sucharita Reddy, ma'am, can I request you to please join us on stage and unveil the 40th anniversary commemorative stamp? May I invite Ms. Sangeeta Reddy? May I invite Ms. Sangeeta Reddy to join Mrs. Chairman on stage to unveil the stamp? May I invite Sinduri Reddy and Anush? Please welcome. Thank you so very much for joining us. It's nice to see the next generation here. Thank you so much, ma'am. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite Ms. B.P. Sridevi, Postmaster General, Indian Postal Service Officer, as well as Shri Neeraj, Assistant Postmaster General, Indian Postal Service Officer, to please join us on stage and present the commemorative stamp to Mrs. Chairman.
I treat all of you like a family, and you are not workers. So all of us are together, and please look after the patients, and whatever it is, we all bless you. Everything, your families, your children, everyone. Thank you so much. I don't want to say many things. I love all of you. Thank you.
With that blessing, I'm announcing this is the 5th Apollo Hospital stamp. The Government of India has recognized Apollo on over 4 occasions so far. This is the 5th one. This one is very special because it combines every one of you. Every one of you is represented in this stamp. So all the best, happy anniversary. We now request Mrs. Chairman to hand over the stamp.
Ma'am, can I request you to... We now like to felicitate Ms. B.P. Sridevi, Postmaster General, Indian Postal Service Officer. Thank you, Ms. Sridevi. Ma'am, can I request you to felicitate Sri Neeraj, Assistant Postmaster General, Indian Postal Service Officer. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being a part of a special occasion. Thank you so very much. I'm going to request you to please be seated. Thank you for joining us here today. Anniversaries are a magical occasion filled with memories of patient service, teamwork, and enduring relationships. In challenging times, we strive to keep the flame of healing alive, dedicated to celebrating and saving lives. Ladies and gentlemen, I now call upon Ms. Sangeeta Reddy to please launch the Apollo Pro Health Zen.
I'm going to play the video first. What a wonderful day and what a wonderful way to continue Chairman's journey of keeping people healthy. And this journey actually began more than 40 years ago. It started before Apollo in his clinic at HM Hospital. The number of lives of people who have undergone a preventive, proactive health checkup is now beyond count. We sometimes say 20 million, but I think it's many, many more than that. I want to begin by thanking the entire health checkup team. Apollo Health Check, Apollo Master Health Check, Apollo Pro Health, and now Apollo Zen. Your journey has been incredible. Your commitment, the details of the checkup have continued to evolve with evolving science. You will see here now a whole body MRI, the gut biome, the AI-enabled risk score, the personalized testing, the convenience factor of somebody coming home to do the collection and to finish in 2 hours what takes other institutions sometimes 2 to 3 days and sometimes a week. So it is process efficiency, it is scientific thought process, it is artificial intelligence enabled risk scoring and journey, and then we don't stop with the checkup. It includes the fact that a health mentor and a coach will guide you in your wellness journey the whole year and ensure that you keep healthy. We're hearing these powerful words that 80 is the new 60. Healthy longevity is one of the most important subjects which is occupying the mind of many, many scientists and innovators. Apollo is committed to this. Apollo Zen is our new avatar of adding to the armamentarium of the thought process of keeping people healthy. The reason why this has come immediately after the stamp is that I have a request to all of you. Every single one of you to please become the health mentors. And the first one who is going to do this is someone who's dedicated her life to supporting Chairman's vision of being a pro-health ambassador, Dr. Udiya. May I request you? We're going to give her the first stamp. Dr. Udiya and every single one, please take an Apollo 40-year stamp because it has your face and your name on it. Put this on a postcard and give a link to Pro Health and spread the word of everybody becoming a health checkup or having this Pro Health. Welcome Dr. Udiya with a big hand for what she has done. All the best. So thank you all so much. Please keep your health check, and like mommy and daddy continue to stay healthy yourselves. Apollo Hospitals is one of the few organizations where chairman passed in the board that everybody does their health check, their family does their health check, human resource department monitors this, and I'm happy to tell you that when we began 4 years ago, in a single day, I saw 3 of our senior leadership in the cath lab or in the recovery. Each of them needed stents or blocks. Today, the incidence of heart disease among the Apollo family has come down. Early detection is continuing. We have a healthier family. Let's spread this beautiful message. Thank you all and namaste. Thank you, Dr.
Can I request you to please hold it open so we can see the stamp in the pictures? Thank you so very much. Building upon the success of our inaugural book, Smiles Behind the Mask, we're thrilled to unveil Volume 2, a collection of 50 poignant human interest stories, all drawn from the extraordinary individuals at Apollo Hospitals. These narratives will not only tug at your heartstrings, but also serve as a testament of the unwavering commitment of these remarkable individuals to healing and, more importantly, to humanity. So get ready to be moved and inspired as we journey once more into the world of Smiles Behind the Mask. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a very warm welcome to the President of Apollo Group Hospitals, Dr. K. Hari Prasad. Welcome, sir. May I request you to please join us and unveil the book? Doctor, if I can request you to unveil the copy and present it to our beloved chairman. Doctor, if I can request you to join us back here on stage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor will now be elaborating on the launch of Apollo Corporate Helpline.
Actually, this 40 years of Apollo is 40 years of magic, and the magician has been our chairman, Dr. Reddy. Because every time we go back to him, as Preeta ma'am says that we've done something great, he makes us look like fools because he's got something more for us to do. And this, what you're going to see, is coming from the patients. Each time they expect more from us, and each time we keep delivering to them. And with the grandchild, if I may call it, of 24/7 also joining the family, we're able to offer more and promise more to the people. So this is a special offering for all the corporates who supported us over the years and who will continue to support over the years. Want to play the film?
Ladies and gentlemen, shortly we'll be presenting to you an AV on the Apollo Corporate Helpline, which is created for modern corporate India. We had Dr. Hari Prasad here with us who elaborated on it, but we also have a lovely little video that the teams put together. You know, ever so often as patients and people of the general population, we wonder what's next with healthcare. And sometimes even before we wonder, there's Apollo that's already putting it out there. So thank you for that. Thank you for the Apollo Corporate Helpline. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short moment to celebrate someone who's been with us for 4 decades. May I please invite Dr. R.K. Venkatasalam to please join us on stage to tell us a little bit about the Chief of Lab Services, Dr. Ashok Parmeshwaran.
Good morning, Vanakkam, Namaste. Wishing you all very happy Apollo Anniversary Day. Respected Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Senior Management Members, distinguished guests, colleagues and friends. Today is the day of joyfulness and celebration as we have gathered here to celebrate Apollo Hospital 40th Anniversary Day. Beginning the grand success of Apollo Hospital, there are few stalwarts who have contributed immensely and made a significant mark in their respective field and have made a remarkable contribution to Apollo hospitals. I stand before you on this momentous day to express our delightful appreciation and gratitude to Dr. Ashok Parameshwaran for his extraordinary dedication and leadership during the long illustrious services of Apollo Hospital. As a senior consultant and head of the Department of Pathology and Laboratory Services, Apollo Hospital, Chennai, as he prepares to move on to the next phase in his life after 40 long years of service to Apollo Hospital. Dr. Ashok has epitomized the diagnostic acumen, clinical excellence, and phenomenal growth and development of pathology department over the last 40 years, as he was one among the first few consultants who had started a journey since the inception of Apollo Hospital in 1983 with our beloved chairman. Dr. Ashok, your unwavering commitment to the clinical and diagnostic excellence has not only shaped our pathology department and laboratory services, but has also touched the lives of countless individuals and patients both within and outside our organization. Your expertise, guidance, and mentorship have been invaluable and leaving an indelible mark on all those fortunate enough to have worked with you. Dr. Ashok, throughout your career, you have consistently demonstrated not only a profound excellence in the field of pathology for patients' benefit, but also with a genuine passion for teaching and training young pathologists with your ability to inspire all those around you. Dr. Ashok has been the backbone of the laboratory services as he served Apollo as the chief of the laboratory services, leading by example and setting standard of excellence that we all strive to achieve. His contribution to our institutions are immeasurable, and he leaves behind a legacy of unparalleled knowledge, skill, and clinical wisdom for all of us to follow. As the saying goes, behind every successful man, there is a woman. I must say, you have an outstanding woman, Dr. Sarojini Parameshwaran, your wife, and our senior consultant, medical hands-on, as a strength and support always. Apollo is fortunate to have both of you as its family members. Dr. Ashok, though we will be missing your daily presence, I am sure you will remain as an integral part of Apollo family for years to come. Your wisdom will forever remain etched in our heart as you steps into this new phase in your life. May it be filled with peace, relaxation, and happiness. Dear Apollo family members, colleagues, and friends, please join me in applauding Dr. Ashok Parameshwaran, 40 years of outstanding service to Apollo Hospital. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Can I request the two of you to please join us center stage? May I invite Mr. Shiv Kumar to join Dr. K. Hari Prasad on stage as we felicitate Dr. Ashok Parameshwaran. Mr. Shiv Kumar. You know, when a man celebrates his 60th birthday, he tends to renew his vows. I love it. 4 decades of service at Apollo, and we celebrate a beautiful marriage here on stage as well. Thank you. Thank you once again for your incredible service. Thank you to all of our doctors. I'm going to request you to please be seated, sir, in case you have a few words.
I'll make this short. Good morning, everyone. I thank you for this wonderful felicitation on the eve of my leaving Apollo, coming as it does on Apollo's landmark day and also on Vinayak Chaturthi Day. First, I would like to thank God for his presence in my life and his munificence. Sarojini, my wife and constant support, words cannot express my feelings for you. Our son Siddharth was born in this hospital, and this is a further bond I have with this place. Padma Bhushan Dr. Pratap C. Reddy, who gave me my first break in life and had faith in me that even I did not. Thank you, sir, for your confidence over the years. This confidence continued with his daughters, Miss Preeta, Sunita, Shobna, and Sangeeta, and I thank you all for believing in me. Mrs. Reddy, I am always overwhelmed by the affection that you have showed our family. Dr. Rama and Dr. Mani, who are not here today, their kindness has been an important part of our lives and continues to be so. My colleagues at work in pathology and laboratory services, and my clinical colleagues over the years, thank you for your cooperation, affection, and interaction. Coming to work each day and practicing pathology has been a real pleasure, thanks to you all. My dear fellow technologists, attenders, secretaries, and receptionists in the department, thank you for your patience and your hard work and loyalty. You have been such an important part of my life. Thank you very much. Our registrars, residents, and DNB students over the years, thank you for the privilege of allowing me to teach you. This has enhanced my knowledge and enriched my life, and I thank you for this. I am proud that many of my colleagues today were once my students. Dr. Venkatasalam, Dr. Bama, and the management executives at all levels and all the staff of the hospital, thank you for your support and patience. The last 40 years have been overwhelming. Every day for me has been a joy of discovery in pathology, for caring for patients in my own way and interacting with youngsters. I always looked forward to coming to work each day. Most of my life I have spent in this fine institution, and I have a sense of fulfillment and no regret. Thank you all for making this happen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for 4 decades of stellar service. Thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, can I request you all to put your hands together for Dr. Ashok one more time? We're thrilled to gather here today at the Apollo Main Hospital to witness the historic launch of Apollo One, a cutting-edge dedicated center that will revolutionize healthcare as we know it. Get ready to embark on a journey towards a healthier future as we unveil Apollo One, setting new standards in medical excellence and patient care. I call upon Mr. P. Shivkumar to please launch Apollo One. Welcome, sir.
Namaste, Chairman. Namaste, Chairman. Namaste, Mrs. Chairman. Namaste, Preeta ma'am, Sunita ma'am, Sangeeta ma'am, and Shobna ma'am. Namaste to all of you. And namaste to all the next-gen entrepreneurs on the stage today. 2023 has been a momentous year for the country and also for Apollo. On the 5th of February, when we met here for the Founders' Day, it was also the auspicious Thaipusam, and the Apollo family took a pledge that they will annihilate disease from the country.
Let's give a big hand for that first. We started our journey on that day. And then we meet here today on the Vinayaka Chaturthi day to remove the obstacles from people's life in the form of delivering super healthcare. Sangeeta ma'am stamped, before the stamp was released, she stamped Apollo all over the country, all over the globe, the successful completion of the G20 summit. I think you made us proud, ma'am. You made us proud. So this has been a phenomenal achievement. And there have been several clinical work done by our doctors and a phenomenal healthcare services provided by the supporting staff. I think a big hand to all of you. So it's been a great year. And in the month of August, we landed the Chandrayaan on the South Pole. And in the month of September, we are landing Apollo 1 on the South Pole of Chennai. It was not easy. It was not easy. Every time we try to create, every time we try to say that, this will be the final thing, our chairman would say, no, this is not okay. You guys need to put in a CT. So as finance, we went back and said that, sir, there are already 3 or 4 CTs, and he would say, it doesn't matter, you don't know what healthcare is going to require in the coming days. So we put the CT, and then we thought, we could not talk about the MRI, but chairman one day called and asked, are you putting an MRI there? We said, sir, we have not thought about it. Probably the place we may not have enough space to do this. He said, the space is in your heart. If you have the will, you'll have the way. And we landed an MRI also there. And what Sangeeta ma'am spoke about, the Zen healthcare, I think what we will do there is to deliver super Zen in Apollo 1 facility. So, ma'am, Sucharita ma'am said, you are all family. Ma'am, we promise that we'll provide super Zen services and take the Apollo mission beyond the moon and take it all over the space, all over the universe, and our name will resound with great success across the universe, ma'am. We take your blessings today to launch this beautiful project. There's a small audio-video presentation. May I request the audio-video to be played so all of us can understand what this means to us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shiv Kumar. Thank you so very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to announce the launch of the Advanced Center for Gastrointestinal Bleed. May I please invite Dr. Preeti to take over the proceedings?
A very good morning. I represent the Department of Gastroenterology and bring you warm greetings on the occasion of our Apollo anniversary as well as Vinayaka Chaturthi. Namaste, Chairman and Madam Chairman. Our department has always strived to improve quality care for patients presenting with gastrointestinal problems. And as we all know, one of the commonest problems that patients come to us with is gastrointestinal bleed. So in steps towards realizing this goal, fueled by the everlasting energy of Dr. K.R. Panisamy and his team, our department, in collaboration with the British Society of Gastroenterology, has decided to move forward to launch an initiative to making Apollo hospitals an advanced care for the management of gastrointestinal bleed. At this point, I would like to welcome 4 international faculty who've graciously agreed to be with us during this proceedings and for the programs henceforth. May I invite Dr. Mo Tawfiq, Lead for GI Bleed, British Society of Gastroenterology. Sir, could you please come on stage? Dr. Noor Mohammed, Leeds Teaching Hospitals, UK. Dr. Adolfo Parablanca from the Nottingham Teaching Hospitals, UK. And Dr. Khaled Zakaria, Training Lead from the Egyptian Society of Gastroenterology. I would also request Dr. K.R. Painisamy and the Director of Medical Services, Dr. Venkatalachalam, to join us on stage. Thank you. So beginning our journey towards realizing this dream, it all began with a press conference, which was well attended on Friday, the day before yesterday. Sunday was then followed by a symposium led very dynamically by our international faculty and very well attended at the residency towers with more than 180 delegates. We hope that interaction of this sort among departments will improve quality of care in our department and offer better quality of care to patients in the coming years. So, striving towards these goals, we would like to move forward with dedication and hard work to launch this advanced care for GI bleed at Apollo Hospitals, Chennai. Can we have a short video for this, please?
The departments which are involved in the multidisciplinary approach of managing these patients are abdominal imaging to identify the source of bleeding, interventional radiology in case the bleeding source has to be embolized, surgical gastroenterology, and endoscopy department to perform an emergency bedside endoscopy to identify the source of bleeding as well as treat it. Our team here in GI Bleed ICU at Apollo Main Hospital comprises of intensivists, nursing staff, and supporting staff like technicians and GI Bleed coordinators who are well trained in managing and identifying such patients, in the resuscitation of such patients, and also coordinating between all the departments in planning a proper treatment pathway for these patients. Also, the GI Bleed ICU in our hospital is equipped with state-of-the-art infrastructure in monitoring the patients with end organ injuries as well as resuscitation of these patients in a rapid coordinated way.
Thank you very much. Can we now request our dear chairman to formally release the GI bleed pathway care protocol and request Dr. Panisamy and Dr. Venkatachalam to please accept the same from him. We request all the faculty to also stay behind. Thank you. The Apollo Health and Education Research Foundation will be conferring Dr. Mo Tawfiq with an international professorship. Can we please request our dear chairman to hand over this to Dr. Tawfiq? We now request all our visiting faculty to receive a vote of appreciation from our chairman. Dr. Mo Tawfiq. Dr. Noor Mohammed. Dr. Rodolfo Parablanca, and Dr. Khalid Zakaria. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Dr. Preeti. And before we wrap up, ladies and gentlemen, can we give the 4 doctors who joined us here today a huge round of applause? Thank you to Dr. Mo Tawfiq, Dr. Noor Mohammed, Dr. Rodolfo Parablanca, and Dr. Khalid Zakaria. Thank you so very much. And now we move on to a very special set of awards that everyone's been looking forward to, the Apollo Clinical Excellence Awards. May I please invite Ms. Sunita Reddy to join us on stage to present these awards. May I also invite Ms. Preeta Reddy. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin with our Clinical Excellence Awards. The first award is for having performed the largest series of over 800 awake carotid endarterectomy procedures by a single surgeon in India. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Dr. V. Balaji, Senior Consultant Vascular Surgeon. Ms. Preeta, can we request you to please join us on stage, ma'am, by popular request. I think all the doctors want you up here, so if we can have you join us here, please. Our next award is for having performed over 1,000 robotic surgeries in urology in Apollo Group. And the award goes to Dr. N. Raghavan, Senior Consultant, Urology and Robotic Surgeon. Welcome, Doctor. Congratulations. Our next award is to Dr. K.R. Palaniswamy, Senior Consultant, Medical Gastroenterology. He has been bestowed the highest honor, Master World Congress of Gastroenterology, recently by the World Congress of Gastroenterology at Dubai. Our next award goes to Dr. K.J. Raghunath, Senior Consultant Surgeon, awarded for his outstanding contributions in surgical field with the best clinical outcomes performing novel, significant, complex and high-risk procedures. The next Clinical Excellence Award goes to Dr. A.M. Karthigesan, Senior Consultant, Interventional Cardiologist and Electrophysiologist, awarded for introducing cryoballoon ablation in Tamil Nadu and also performing left atrial appendage closure device following cryoballoon ablation for the first time in India. The next award goes to Dr. Sengutuvelu, Senior Consultant, Interventional Cardiologist, awarded for performing the highest number of TAVI, transcatheter aortic valve implantation in Apollo Group. Congratulations, Doctor, and if I can request you to just please stay back for the next award. Doctor, we can have you join us back on stage for the next award. This is a team award. May I please invite Dr. Muthukumaran, Senior Consultant, Pediatric Interventional Cardiologist, and Dr. Vasantarupan, Senior Consultant Anesthesiologist, to join Dr. Sengutuvelu on stage. They're receiving the award for performing bilateral branch PA stenting with transcatheter pulmonary valve implantation on a 10-year-old TOF who had earlier undergone 2 open heart surgeries for the very first time in the world. Congratulations to the team. The next Clinical Excellence Award goes to Dr. Madan Mohan Reddy, Senior Consultant, Orthopaedics. He receives the award for performing the highest number of robotic knee replacement surgeries at the Apollo Main Hospital. Congratulations, Doctor. And Doctor, I'm going to have you stay back for the next award, which is a team award. And I'd like to invite Dr. Vijay Kishore Reddy, Senior Consultant Orthopedics, Dr. Kunal Patel, Consultant Orthopedics, and Dr. Srinivasan, Consultant Anesthesiologist, to join Dr. Madan Mohan Reddy. They're receiving the award for having performed more than 650 knee replacement surgeries in Apollo Hospitals, Aragonda, hometown of our beloved chairman. Congratulations to the team. Thank you. May I invite the team to please join our beloved chairman for a photo before you proceed to be seated. Our next award is the IMC Milestone Merit Award 2022 for customers. May I invite Mr. Neil Kannan to join us on stage to receive the award. Sir, we're also going to request you to stay back to receive the Golden Peacock Award for Energy Efficiency 2023. Thank you so very much. Our next award is received for Elder Care, Customer Centric Team of the Year, Healthcare, for the Elder Care Program by Quantic. May I please invite Dr. Paul Dilip to join us on stage to receive the award. Dr. Paul Dilip and Dr. Rahul Menon, can I request you to join us on stage? The Apollo Cancer Center has been awarded the Healthcare Excellence Award in the category Patient-Centric Hospital by Association of Healthcare Providers India. May I invite Ms. Srividya on stage, please? The Apollo Cancer Center has been awarded first prize in the Kaizen competition by the Confederation of Indian Industry, CII. May I invite Ms. Muthuram to join us on stage? And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome. To our Executive Vice Chairperson, Ms. Preeta Reddy. Ma'am, if you please.
Namaste. I think today is a day where we pray to Ganesha. It's also a day of a lot of emotion for a lot of, for us who've just loved being part of Apollo, seeing it grow, and continuing to do the amazing things which every one of you do day in and day out. So I saw our chairman at the temple this morning, and the only thing I could say to chairman was, thank you for giving us a chance to do something in someone's life. And I think that's really what Apollo is all about. The history behind it, all of you know, that it was only because somebody needed help. One of chairman's patients needed to go abroad. And then that was the first step. And now it's grown into an institution which is definitely the largest integrated healthcare player in the world. And when I make this claim and when I say that we are the largest integrated healthcare institution in the world, I actually say it with a lot of humility, and I say it with a lot of gratitude, because if it wasn't for each one of you over the 40 years who have made it what it is, I don't think we'll be standing here and making this claim. But while you make a claim of being the largest, of being the best, of being a center of excellence, of being a group which just consistently works and achieves, it comes with a great sense of responsibility. And, a flame was ignited 40 years ago. And recently we also saw the launch of Chandrayaan. There are two commonalities in that. Our country decided, as Indians, we decided that we can also put an object on the moon, and we can also explore a remote part of the moon which nobody else did. But when chairman started Apollo, and by the way, it was Sunita who gave the name Apollo, and she's the one who decided that it will be a name which will impact the rest of the globe. And I think we are destiny's children in that way, that we're all here because somebody needed help, and chairman said we have to do it as Indians, as countrymen. We have to make a difference for our country, and now we do it for the rest of the globe. We did that. And then we said that we will become unstoppable. And I think every one of you, each one of the Apollo family, those who are with us, those who are maybe not with us in multiple ways, but each one made that difference. But I think the future is exciting. The future, again, reinforces the fact that we're unstoppable. And I think Shobana is a testimony to that. And Sangeeta, each one of them have created other babies for Apollo. So when, 24/7 was called a grandchild, I think then it shows that, that's going to grow. And when Sangeeta has created all these other entities, I think it comes because of a passion and it comes of a vision to make a difference. But to us, the core of our existence is the patient, is the fact that we are a very responsible clinical care provider. And we will work hard, we will collaborate, we will invent, we will come up with different ways of doing things. But at the end of the day, we're in the area of healthcare, and it's the clinical care which really holds us and keeps our flag flying so high. I'm delighted to welcome Mr. Greg Davis, who comes from the Barrow Institute, represents the Barrow Institute of Neurological Sciences today, but he's actually the Senior Vice President at the Common Spirit, which is one of the largest healthcare conglomerates in the US. And I think for a year, there's been dialogue with both the institutions, and both of us have understood the power of partnership. And it is extremely significant for us today that we are here to ink this partnership, and I welcome Greg on stage. And together, Apollo and Common Spirit will start a journey in the area of neurosciences. While we've done it in all the other areas, whether it was cardiology or oncology, there are many more to come. And, we were talking, and I was telling Chairman that women's health, he does have 5 very strong women in his family, but we also look after a lot of women. So I think we need to do a lot in the women's health space, in the pediatric space, and we will continue to work in the area of research and or multiple other formats. But having said that, I would like to welcome Greg. And once you're part of Apollo, you're part of Apollo forever, which you seem to understand already. And Greg brings best wishes from his institution in the US. And we'd like to hear from you. And I think we've got messages both from Dr. Lavata and from Wright also. But Greg, we'd like to hear from you first.
Well, good morning. It's a pleasure to be here again. I was fortunate to have come to India first for Founders Day back in February. It was a wonderful event, and now I'm here for the 40th anniversary of the founding of Apollo Hospitals. And think about the message of 40 years of helping everyone live their best life. What a noble statement that is. 40 years of commitment, 40 years of clinical excellence, 40 years of innovation. I can only imagine what you thought, Mr. Chairman, 40 years ago when you started this hospital, if you could have imagined what could have been accomplished today as we stand here on the 40th anniversary. I'm excited on behalf of Common Spirit Health to be part of the next 40 years, to think about what we might be able to accomplish together. The words, though, that continue to be said is the Apollo family. And as I look around this room, I can see the passion and the commitment that has really spread throughout this entire organization. So congratulations on the previous 40 years. And it's exciting to think about what we could accomplish over the next 40 years on a global basis. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg. We're looking forward to this collaboration and many more. And as I said earlier, in every aspect of healthcare, we will have fabulous partners, because it is not really about one institution or just Apollo. We really have to heal the world, because that's what Chairman keeps telling us every day. And one word on the stamp, I want to acknowledge the hard work done by the team. And this time it was about the people of Apollo. And that is why we had multiple figures, because each one of you have contributed towards the 40 years. And we have literally touched the lives of patients from over 140 countries. So that was the significance of the stamp this time. So thank you, and God bless all of you. And I can assure you that the next 40 years, you are all going to be unstoppable. God bless.
May I please invite Ms. Preeta Reddy to felicitate Mr. Greg Davis, Senior Vice President, International Business and Strategic Partnership, Common Spirit Health. Thank you, sir. We look forward to a fruitful partnership for decades to come. I'd now like to call for a video message sent in by Dr. Michael T. Lawton, President and CEO, Barrow Neurological Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, please pardon us for that small technical glitch and bear with us a moment as we rectify it. So along with Dr. Lawton, we've also have Mr. Wright Lassiter III, CEO of Common Spirit Health, who's also sent in a video. So we'll have both the videos play for you back to back. Just bear with us a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we will revisit the videos in a little while, but sir, can I invite you to say a few words?
So the video is from Dr. Michael Lawton. He's the chairman of the Barrow Neurological Institute in Phoenix, Arizona. Just to provide some information, the Barrow is one of the world's largest and most successful neuroscience institute. They receive patients from all over the country because of their clinical excellence. And between Apollo and the Barrow, there is a partnership that we're developing to be able to share that clinical excellence between Apollo physicians as well as the Barrow physicians. So again, to meet the vision that your chairman has established, that patients don't have to travel across the globe for the best care, that it can be developed together. What differentiates the Barrow, I think, from many institutes, and it really creates the excellence in the patient care there, is really what I would call a three-legged stool: academic excellence, as well as clinical excellence, and then also research. So those three specialties combined have really created the Barrow over the last 50 years to establish themselves in that leadership. They're also endeavoring to how they share that. And for Apollo, it is one of the opportunities to partner with a leading organization on a global basis to share that. So we're excited about that opportunity to partner physicians at the Barrow as well as the physicians here at Apollo, so that clinical excellence can be received by any patient across the globe. So on behalf of Dr. Lawton, we're excited about that emerging partnership, again, to establish academic excellence, clinical excellence, as well as research excellence between our two organizations in the areas of the neurosciences. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much.
I'd like to congratulate Apollo Hospital
to establish
on their 40th
academic
anniversary.
excellence, clinical excellence.
We are proud to
as well
welcome
as
Apollo
research
as a
excellence
new partner
between
in our
two
Barrow family. With
organizations
their
in the
reputation
areas
of
of
being
the
at the
neurosciences.
forefront of
So thank
healthcare
you
in
very much
India
for that.
and as a global destination for advanced procedures, Apollo Hospital is a
Thank you,
natural
sir.
fit
Thank you so very
for our
much.
Barrow global mission. We look forward to Apollo Hospital on their 40th anniversary.
Clinical excellence.
We are proud to
as well
welcome
as
Apollo
research
as a
excellence
new partner
between
in
our
our
two
Barrow.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Due to paucity of time, we will be sharing the videos with you later. Now, ladies and gentlemen, may I call upon Dr. Sengutuvelu, Senior Consultant, Cardiac Sciences, who will be felicitating our beloved chairman. Welcome, sir.
Respected Chairman, Mrs. Chairman, and members of the Apollo family, we are all gathered here today to celebrate an extraordinary milestone that very few institutions have reached, 40th anniversary of Apollo Hospitals. And at the heart of this tremendous achievement, there is one individual, our beloved chairman, Dr. Pratap C. Reddy, whose vision has redefined healthcare throughout the country. We are all proud of his multiple recognitions and awards, including many Padma awards, including the Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, that recognize his exceptional contributions to healthcare in India. Apollo's reputation extends far beyond India's borders. Thanks to our chairman's leadership, Apollo has become the favored destination for patients around the world. It's not just a hospital, it's a global healthcare hub. But chairman's vision for healthcare doesn't stop at the hospital doors. He's a man who thinks beyond treatment. His focus on pro-health issues, now Zen, personalized healthcare checks, emphasizes that prevention is better than cure. It's an approach that has saved countless lives by catching health issues before they become a crisis. And let's not forget the other side of healthcare, the doctors, nurses, and the support staff that make the hospital more than just a building. Chairman understands that great patient care starts with the caregivers. Through doctor-friendly policies and a genuine focus on staff welfare, he has created a workplace culture where medical professionals can do their best work. He possesses an innate ability to inspire. I think very impressed, sir. Whenever we meet you, we get a lot of inspiration. Whenever we are speaking to either a room full of doctors or talking one-on-one, his words serve as a motivating force, pushing us to become better physicians, better caregivers, and better people. I can remember when we started our first TAVI program in Apollo, I met chairman. I cannot forget the words of support and strength he gave it to me. He said, Rocket 2023, Apollo will reach that in 2023. And today, we are the largest center of TAVI in the India we are doing in Apollo hospitals. He talks often the intersection of medicine, ethics, and technology. A coexistence he strongly believes is necessary for holistic healthcare. Thank you, sir, for inspiring us every day, for making us part of this grand vision, and for giving healthcare a new meaning. Apollo Hospitals has become more than just a hospital. It has become a symbol of hope and a beacon of medical excellence. As someone who has been the honor of serving in the Apollo Hospital, this great institution, I can say that the tremendous work the chairman has done, not just bringing in the latest technology, but also created an ecosystem where everyone from the hospital team to the administrative staff feels encouraged to grow, innovate, and excel in their own fields. His belief in continuous learning and development has enabled us to remain at the forefront of medical advances. And I can boast and confidently say, we give the best to our patients in par with any of the best institutions in the world. I am reminded of several patients, one of them recently who had gone to Cleveland Clinic for a second opinion, and there they mentioned that the Apollo has done the best and they don't have anything more to add. So we are very confident that we're giving the best in treatment from around the world. The reach of Dr. Reddy's vision can be witnessed in various initiatives Apollo has taken over the years, like the Apollo Telemedicine, Apollo Reach Hospitals, and Apollo Home Care, to name a few. These initiatives expanded healthcare beyond the traditional hospital setting to reach even the most remote areas of our country. We cannot also overlook the contribution of Apollo hospitals during the challenging times we faced, such as COVID-19 pandemic. The hospital system stood like a fortress, never flinching, always adapting, and ultimately succeeding, all under the steering hand of our chairman. In conclusion, Dr. Reddy is not just the chairman of Apollo Hospitals. He is the captain of a ship that is navigating through uncharted waters of rocket speed. So, with him at the helm of affairs, there is not just the bright future for Apollo Hospitals. There is a bright future for healthcare around the country. So, sir, as we celebrate 40 remarkable years of Apollo Hospitals, let us honor the man whose extraordinary vision has given millions the greatest gift of life, the gift of health. At this hour, I thank Mrs. Sucharita Madam for being the secret behind the success of our chairman. The dream of our chairman continues to grow bigger and grander through the able leadership of our Executive Vice Chairperson, Dr. Preeta Reddy, Executive Vice Chairperson, Mrs. Shobana Kamaneni, Managing Director, Mrs. Sunita Reddy, and Joint Managing Director, Dr. Sangeeta Reddy. Thank you, ma'am, for making all the dreams into reality. Thank you for allowing me to share this memorable journey with you all today. Thank you, everyone, Apollo family, for being a part of this celebration today. Let's continue to work together, inspired by our chairman's vision, as we move forward in our quest to make care accessible to all. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a very warm welcome to our beloved chairman as we welcome our chairman on stage. And may I please invite Dr. Sengutuvelu to felicitate our beloved chairman on the occasion of the 40-year anniversary celebrations of Apollo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. It is my privilege to invite the pioneer of modern day healthcare, Chairman Dr. Pratap C. Reddy, sir, to speak to all of you.
Namaste. It's a wonderful thing that today happens to be Vinayak Chaturthi. We pray on Vinayak Chaturthi to remove all the obstacles. I think this is what we did in 1983 when our then President, late Zahir Singh, inaugurated from the hospital. I still recollect that scene when it was there, and there were a few important citizens here, and they said, Dr. Reddy is a very clever fellow. This is not going to be a hospital, it's going to be a four-star hotel. So I told them later on, I'll make it not a four-star hotel, I'll make a seven-star hospital. I didn't do it. It is the family of Apollo which has done all this. You know, we have Dr. Mani here, you know, we have late Dr. Gajraj, you know, Dr. Subramaniam, pathologist, and Dr. Girnath, who is here. Because already they mentioned, I started this because I lost a young man who I used to send all my patients as a cardiologist. If they need surgery, I used to send to my good friend Dr. Denton Cooley. I remember Denton Cooley very well because when he finished his 100,000, he came to India, and then we have not done even 10,000 that time. Then he made a remark, the way you have progressed, one day you are going to overtake me. And today I'm happy that he has done 140,000 and Apollo has done close to 250,000 bypass surgeries. And we just heard in cardiology, they are doing all the interventions that are happening anywhere in the world. And I'm sure with the cooperation of the international faculty, we will build an excellent healthcare for this part of the world, and why not this part of the world, even for the globe, we can offer this. This is where I just saw our Prime Minister. Prime Minister called me to come to him on a birthday. I said, no, my birthday is reserved for Apollo Hospital, Chennai. Yeah. And he said, all right, you come a day before. The day before you saw the picture, he spoke, I don't know Hindi, so he spoke to me purely in English, and then he had my 4 daughters. My wife said, if 4 daughters are coming, I'm also part of the family, and I come. So my secretary called the PM's office, and he said, of course, ask Mrs. Reddy also to come. That's how she's also in the picture. He spoke to her more than he spoke to me in Hindi. So I think it's nice. It's a recognition of the great work that you all have done in the Apollo family. We started with 825 people. Today, we are beyond 100,000 Apollo family members. But made all this, live up to the expectations of people and live beyond saying, what is the future of health? I think we will not go to ourselves saying, we are probably one of the good healthcare institutions in the world. We must say, what is the future that we all can do? If you have this energy, if you have converted, as a major institution for every single discipline in the world. I remember I brought from Cleveland Clinic the document for transplants, 200 kilos. I got it passed after 3 years. We got it passed the parliament. And then today I'm happy to say that we have done 23,000 heart, lung, liver, pancreatic, GI transplant and renal transplant to become #1 in the world. 0.2% of the global transplant are done in Apollo Hospital. I think this is what makes me feel happy, saying that it is not what we have done, it is what we are capable of doing. I think this is where that energy and that special from that song, when they sang Apollo every morning, they sing at 9 o'clock. That encourages every one of us to say, we have done well and we are capable of doing more. So I think 40 years is just the beginning of the next decade, what we could do. And I'm thankful for the number of global institutions who are participating. If we conduct a conference, 30, 40, 50 countries faculty come for this. Whether it's a heart, whether it's orthopedic, every single discipline. So we saw for GI, thank you for coming all the way from UK. And this is what makes a huge difference. I must also thank Greg White for coming from Common Spirit. Common Spirit, as I said, is the second largest hospital chain in the world with over 140 hospitals. So I think we'll learn and give each other that help to say what more can we do for people across the nation and across the world. This is what the PM, when I said India can become global healthcare destination and give 18 steps what can be done to make that happen. He said, Dr. Reddy, I want to change this to healed in India. Because he said, you all know, 750 BC, Susruta did medical technology and medical sciences. So he said, why not have that also? Apollo can cure people, and then these institutions will make them well. So I think it's a great thing that they're rolling out this plan. Along with it also, I think I want to tell all of you, saying the world needs about 18 million healthcare workers, the doctors, the nurses, paramedics, the technologists, and all of this. I think India has got a lot of young people, so that will make a significant impact in bringing this. I've done so many programs. I think what we are really proud of is, and when the great pandemic came, when people were, were hiding in their houses with fear, here our doctors, our nurses, our technologists, our ward boys, all of them gave their spirit and helped people. And I must thank, the Red Book that was circulated twice a week to tell what's new, because nobody knew how to tackle this. But this Red Book from Dr. Anupam Sibal and all the medical directors, they circulate every Monday, every Friday, what is new, what can be done, what should be done, how we should take care of this. All of this helped to make it as the one nation making this, probably the lowest mortality with highest infection rate. So I think this is what brought to us saying we must thank the entire healthcare community, not just the private healthcare, the public healthcare also stood up to this. In their vaccination program, I remember Shobna one day announced saying that Apollo is capable of doing 1 million vaccines a day. The government said, no, we should do it. And the government announced next day saying that it's all free. So I'm happy that they all rose up. Shobur got this because she got the power from her team, and especially the grandson, Bhuans, who did this. So I think this is where we all must say we're capable of it. We will take any amount of challenges that can happen. There are 4 things that we've done in these 40 years. Clinical excellence, because we have outstanding doctors. The doctors who have done, Dr. Mani is here. He started the nephrology. Probably we have one of the good institutes in nephrology that's here. Where Dr. Gajaraj, late Dr. Gajaraj, who started the diagnostic facility, and unbelievable. I remember the first CT in the country was bought by us. Today there are more than 1,000 CTs. First MRI we bought, there are hundreds of MRIs in the country. First cyberknife we got, Dr. John Adler became a dear friend of mine. So he came for one of the inaugurations. Today we have advanced version of cyberknife, first of its kind. And we bought his new intervention, ZAP. I thank Barrow Institute for allowing our doctors to go and see. They have already established ZAP. So I think that technology is going to make a significant impact. What you are all capable of is, the Apollo family is capable of absorbing the technology and making it as a great use for utilization of people. Whatever we do, whichever equipment that they needed, we gave it to them because they have delivered the care. Ultimately, because our entire program is built around the patient. Patient is first. So everything that we've done is, this year they said, we'll make personalized care for the patient. That is the theme for 41st year of Apollo, that will make it personal. The Apollo 1 that is created, exactly it is with this purpose. So we will have it in every major place. Apollo 1 will do this. Another big program that was started off, because we want to reach the last mile people. Our pharmacists have done it. Apollo 24/7 has done this. But what we thought was, suppose people go into primary and secondary care hospital, they don't have this expertise. And so we started Apollo Connect. We are not the first Apollo Connect. I remember 20 years ago, when I visited Cleveland Clinic, I saw 30 miles away, I saw one of the Apollo Connect hospitals. So that is different. Mayo has done it. But we have done it with a different purpose. We are giving it to the primary and secondary care hospital who don't have this expertise. Round the clock, our command station here can take easily 10,000 calls a day. And all our hospitals can serve first the nation. I said we'll connect at least 1,000 hospitals in the next few months. And then Malaysia wants, Indonesia wants, Sri Lanka wants it. We'll give it to the other countries so that they can also get round the clock expert service from the emergency as well as the intensive care specialists. And the second opinion we're already doing, especially oncology. They're doing excellent work in giving second opinion, which is really appreciated. This is all the beginning of a new era, for us. 41st year to 50th year, and then 400th year. They all celebrate this. This is why I'm happy. I have my children, 4 daughters who made all this difference. But I also have the third generation, Keshav here. Four of them are here. Keshav, Viswajit, he's sleeping. So I think it is they, because I must thank each one of your family members, because if your family members did not allow you, you wouldn't have worked around the clock, especially during COVID. Some of the nurses worked 12 hours, 14 hours. The ward boys worked much more. So I think that is that spirit that I admire. If we are able to do all of this, it is the spirit in each one saying that we are committed to make a difference in other people's lives. We will take a challenge that we can meet every single healthcare problem across. But today, we are saying apart from Apollo Connect, we have another major thing to offer people for preventive care. I started this 45 years ago, before Apollo, the first health checkup in the world. Then today, using artificial intelligence and the backup of the 20 million people's records, we have now developed the Pro Health. Satya is here. She is handling that problem. I mean, the Pro Health. This will make a very significant impact on people's life staying healthy. I must talk about my village. I adopted 160 hamlets, 60,000 people, saying that I'll give them care from first breath to the last breath. The first breath means the moment the lady is pregnant, we take care of her morning and night dinners, meals, and then delivery is done by the hospital, which I established in my village, the 60-bed hospital. They did all the care there. So no infant mortality, no maternal mortality in that mandal. And we also have done their complete checkup. We have that data, which was presented, especially the diabetic data, which was presented in the American College of Cardiology. They commented saying in a village process, we could maintain that level of diabetic care. So many things they have done for older people. Dr. Madan Mohan Reddy went and did over 600 knee transplants. One of those ladies told me, previously the grandchildren used to come and tease me and run away. Now I can run and chase with them after the surgery. So this is what our doctors have done to give the happiness to the family, to give great things. So there are many things that you have done for the first time, but I'm sure with the spirit that you all have and the backup that we will give. So everybody, the moment it comes saying, we want to do this, everyone cooperates saying, how can we do this? So this is the spirit of Apollo. This is the strength of Apollo. And I'm sure, whatever you saw the Prime Minister, apart from the Make India as one of the healthcare destinations, you will also want to prove our ancient therapies to be included. This is why we also have Ayurvedic hospital chain, which we got recently. I'm sure that will also add to the facilities that we are already doing in our hospital. First, I want to thank all of you. People who have served before, who are now in their homes, and those who are now working here with that same spirit of saying, I can do much more. Not that I have done well, I can do much more. I think this is where that aspiration to be able to do this. I want to compliment this. You are all lovely family of Papa. As I said, every single member is in my heart. Whenever I see them, I pray for them, and they pray that together that will make a difference for the patient who has great expectation. When he comes to Apollo, he thinks, he will have everything done. So this is where I'm happy. Our doctors, our nurses, our technologists, our ward boys, each one of them have played a great role the last 40 years. I hope this will continue forever. This is what I honestly believe, that we all can make a significant impact in global healthcare. I think we should participate because we have a large workforce that's available, large workforce that we are already doing. We all know that we are already in education. with 3 medical colleges and 15 to 20 nursing colleges, so on and so forth. We'll continue to see that we will develop healthcare workforce, use for ourselves, give it to the rest of the world. God bless all of you. I love you all. I could go on 40 years story. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I thank you, but please clap for all of you for having been excellent. It must go to the remotest part, to Delhi, to southern tip of India, east and west India, all of our hospitals who are all watching this. And some of the people who are Global Healthcare Association, GAPIO, they are all watching this. So please give a clap for all of them. Thank you all the Apollo family, 100,000 plus. I wish you all very, very happy, healthy life and contribute continuously to the healthcare of the world. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I request you all to please stand up and give our captain of the ship in Dr. Sengaterelu's words a rousing ovation, ladies and gentlemen. Our guiding light, the beacon of hope, the pioneer of modern day healthcare in India, our beloved chairman. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. I'm going to request you all to please be seated. Thank you for joining me in showing the chairman our love and our respect. Thank you once again. And now, if you can join me in giving a warm welcome to the Managing Director of Apollo Hospitals, Ms. Sunita Reddy. Ma'am, can I request you to address the gathering and also present the vote of thanks?
Namaste, Apollo family members. It is truly a blessing to be with you today to celebrate our 40th anniversary on such auspicious occasion as Vinayaka Chaturthi. My deepest gratitude to all of you. I know what we have seen over the past 40 years is a montage of milestones, and I think Shobna helped to inaugurate the Apollo Hospital. Of the cost to every Indian, and in that process he changed the landscape of Indian healthcare. So let me just go across a few milestones that we achieved. In my mind, there is a pre-Apollo era and a post-Apollo era. In that pre-Apollo era, 80% of people needing surgery would go abroad for treatment. Today, they have not just Apollo, but because of Apollo, 300 other corporate hospitals following our business model, which are delivering quality care across India, and in the process, attracting patients from 147 countries from across the world. This is the institution that Chairman has built. This is the vision that all of you helped to realize. So my deepest gratitude. Behind Chairman was, of course, my mother, Mrs. Chairman, our spiritual guide, our Annapurna Devi, and in a way that you all don't know, a very intelligent lady. She worked for IBM. She helped create Apollo Sinduri. And I think she brings the best of the Reddy family together. And most importantly, she gives us her blessings. So thank you, Mummy. A special gratitude to Greg for taking this momentous step, moving from your comfort zone in the US to come and partner with us in India. I hope that the organization Common Spirit finds a commonality of spirit in the work that we will do together. To our international faculty who have come from across the world, my gratitude for your presence today. Gratitude and thank you are just two words, but they cannot express the way that this generation feels, the 4 generations of the Reddy family and the Apollo family feels to our doctors. Many of you have been with us on this 40-year journey, but thank you not just for being part of building this institution, but for creating the sense of continuity by training the next generation, the pipeline of doctors for the future. So thank you, doctors. Thank you, our nurses. What can I say? You have been the patient's eyes when they could not see. You were their voice when they could not speak. You were the warm and tender touch when they were alone. And no one else but you could have been there for every patient. So thank you for your warmth, your knowledge, and for your service. We've acknowledged it in our logo, and you continue to represent the best of us. To our technicians, our paramedics, our housekeeping staff, you know, you're just not staff. You are the torch. And what does the torch do? In a way, it not only brings light, but it sterilizes the atmosphere and makes it clean. And that's what you've done. You know, it's beyond cleanliness, but it's a support service that we could not have been successful without. So thank you for working so closely together with the entire team. We also have a wonderful back office, the scaffolding that holds it together so that the nurses and doctors can do what they do best. So members of management, back office in every way, thank you for enabling this organization not to just remain where it is, but to give it the strength and the strategy to grow. At this point, I cannot leave out our directors and our advisory boards. Thank you for the intelligent advice you've given us. Thank you for being strict with your governance. And thank you for making us a company with a market capitalization of 72,000 crores. It is together that we have been able to achieve this most wonderful milestone. Most important, trust has to be earned, but our patients have given us that trust. So my deepest gratitude to all of our patients and those who will come in the future for giving us your trust. I pledge today that we will continue to earn it in our journey, not just of treating the sick, but of keeping you healthy for a healthier future. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move from one generation to the other, from one decade to the other, I think the one constant thing that we see is the purpose of the organization. And, you know, way back in 1972, and there is that desire about prevention. So clearly, you know, Chairman talked about the vision of preventive healthcare, and this will be a commitment for the future. But as I think of Apollo, I must recognize that we are what we are because, not only because of Chairman and Mrs. Chairman, but the wonderful teamwork that we've had as 4 sisters. Each of you make us the best version of ourselves. Today, Apollo is the only integrated healthcare system in the world. We started as one hospital vertical, and today we are 4 verticals. And that is because of the energy that each one of the sisters brings to work every day. You allow us to grow an idea into a company. And if you look at our balance sheet, you will see how many companies that we have. Preeta for her guiding life, for her guidance in the clinical work that we do. For the new collaborations we continue to join hands and bring to this country. Shobna for the pharmacy. I take this occasion to thank every member of the pharmacy for the work that they do and for 24/7 that will tie in this entire ecosystem together. And Sangeeta, you've always been a Saraswati. So I've said, Brahma created the earth, he created mankind. So Sangeeta is the originator of good thoughts, and she's the one who keeps us focused on those. So thank you, my sisters. I hope that the third and the fourth generation will follow in these footsteps. I'd like to conclude by saying, the sense of purpose that we come to work each day. We come here because patients have placed trust in us, and I hope we never lose that sense of purpose. Chairman had this great, grand vision of creating not just Apollo Hospital, but Apollo hospitals. And in it was embedded the pharmacies, the insurance, many, many different things that were customer-centric. Whatever the customer needed, even before he became a patient, was something the chairman thought of. And he took that, he had that vision. But let me go back to my accounting background. But he took that risk, and that is huge. He took that risk because he had faith in all of you. Every time we treat a patient, we take a risk. Every time we invest money in a project, we take a risk. We've become experts at risk taking, and we do so because all of you have delivered on that risk. We've always had positive outcomes. So let me leave you with this sense of deep gratitude. Thank you for all that you've done in the 40 years. But more importantly, I want to say thank you for the future, because you have helped build a better future. Thank you, and may God's blessings be with us.
Thank you, ma'am. That was truly heartfelt and moving. Thank you so very much. And can I just say, hearing you talk about your sisters, I think everyone here was in fact looking at Chairman's reaction, and he was tearing up and beaming with pride hearing you talk about your sisters. And I think the four of you stand tall as inspiration for all of us here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we come to the conclusion of the celebration here of the 40th anniversary of Apollo. Can I request you all to please put your hands together one last time? And on behalf of all of the patients who walk in through these doors or who pick up their phone calls in a tough moment, thank you once again. We salute you for your hard work. Until next year, ladies and gentlemen, I hope today has inspired you to continue your glorious service for the next 40 years to come. Thank you once again. Namaskar. Nandri and Vanakkam. Before we do sign off, I'm going to request you all to please rise and stand at attention for the Indian National Anthem. I repeat, please give us a moment. We're going to request you all to rise for the Indian National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind. Thank you all once again for being a part of this glorious celebration. To all of the units who joined us online, thank you so very much once again. Your presence means the world to us. Nandri, Vanakkam, and happy 40th anniversary one more time.
ज्ञानचतुराय